Late Sunday night, what police are asking for this morning from neighbors and the public. Plus,
Island was devastated by Hurricane Helene, and now we're getting a gut punch with Milton.
Milton almost out of Florida, but millions of people are waking up in the dark this morning after the hurricane. Up next, a first look at that damage as the sun comes up.
let's take a look back here at home at San Antonio. You're looking great this morning. Of course, we got a lot of cool weather coming your way in the mornings. Sarah got the specifics coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, guys. 6 a.m. on your Thursday. We're almost there. I know we were talking about, is it Friday yet?
Yeah, it's feeling a little bit like a Friday, but we are getting things going here. Thank you very much for starting out your morning with us on Good Morning San Antonio. We've got a lot to get to, including obviously the latest with Hurricane Milton. But first, we're going to get to Sarah Spivey in for Justin Horn this morning. She is watching our skies here at home. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. What a beautiful morning it is outside in San Antonio. It's nice and cool, 65 degrees in San Antonio. Good morning, Floresville. It's only 60, 63 in New Braunfels. In the Hill Country, hey, you got temperatures in the 50s. Benefits of living in the higher elevations. You get a little cooler morning in October. 55 in Bernie, 56 in Kerrville, 58 in Los Maples. It's 62 in Devine, and it's 64 in Nixon Smiley. But in spite of the cool start, we are going to be experiencing a hot day. It's going to be toasty in the afternoon. 87 at 195 for the high. At least the humidity will be low, and so it'll feel pretty good in the shade. Now, over the next couple of days, our highs are going to come down a little bit. Still much hotter than average. The average high this time of year is 85. But take a look at next Wednesday. There is the potential that we could see highs in the 80s for the first time in a while. And that's because there is small hope for a cool front next week. I'm going to have those details. And of course, I've got the latest on Hurricane Milton, which is now exiting Florida, but the state left with a lot of damage. I'll have those details coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you very much, Sarah. And that's where we're going to start right here, tracking the latest with Hurricane Milton as the now Category 1 storm continues to move offshore. Earlier this morning, its track was leaving Florida, heading to the northern parts of the Bahamas.
Let's take a live look right now at the sun coming up. This is at Tampa International Airport after Hurricane Milton tore through the area overnight. You see the sky looks beautiful right now, but at the same time, again, a lot of people are bracing and trying to get that recovery efforts started.
To assess all the damage out there.
Milton made landfall as the Category 3 storm south of Tampa overnight with fierce winds, heavy rainfall, and multiple tornadoes.
As ABC's Rena Roy tells us, the storm knocked out power for more than 3 million people.
Overnight, Hurricane Milton roaring ashore as a Category 3 storm, packing 120-mile-per-hour winds, making landfall near Siesta Key just south of Tampa.
We've had a lot of transformers blow. We can see them across the city, and you'll see those like greenish blue lights come up.
The roof of Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, partially ripping off in the powerful winds.
No!
This construction crane crashing down in St. Petersburg after authorities warned there wasn't enough time to secure it. And drinking water shut off in the area after a water main break. The predicted storm surge up to 13 feet, flooding densely populated areas on the coast, including Fort Myers.
You see that power flash, huge splash of the Gulf of Mexico taking over the entire pool deck here. The surge is still increasing.
The severe flooding reaching far inland as Milton raced across the Florida peninsula. At least 19 tornadoes reported before landfall. This one seen tearing through a roadway. And in St. Lucie, tornadoes devastating hundreds of homes. Multiple fatalities also reported at a senior community near Fort Pierce on Florida's east coast.
Our deputies are out here. The fire district is out here. We're going through the rubble. We're trying to provide recover anybody that we can, provide whatever help that we can.
Videos show large funnel clouds over neighborhoods north of Palm Beach. Another tornado flipping a postal truck at the Vero Beach post office and ripping down this steel railway sign. And these homes in Okeechobee County destroyed. The governor says 9,000 National Guardsmen have been mobilized to respond to the storm, along with 1,400 search and rescue first responders.
There are also 50,000 linemen on hand to help restore power to the millions who are now without electricity. Rena Roy, ABC News, Tampa, Florida.
All right. Now, again, we're going to be following this all morning long, and we're just praying for the best recovery efforts. Let's head out to the roadways really quick. Just taking a look right now. What's going on?
Yeah, Japhanie, so we have an incident out there in the downtown area. It's going to be on the lower levels of Culebra Road out there on I-10. So taking a look there at Somerset Road, 1604 Green Mountain. Good morning to all of our folks out there in that side of town, the north side. All right, we switched it over to I-10 Culebra right there. So we get reports of a Via bus that is stalled off to the side there. Looks like it's blocking at least one main lane, and we are seeing traffic move through this area, Japhanie, but something to keep in mind if you are headed out to the downtown area.
Definitely. Let's head out to Alex Gomez right now. He's on the roadways. Looks like he is rolling and rolling. Alex, what you going to?
Yeah, rolling with our intern right here, Renee. We're still navigating the streets on the northeast side, and we just made it over here to 410 westbound near McCullough. And right now, things are looking good over here. We're going to go to some breaking news, possibly a structure fire on the north side. So we'll let you know what we see when we get there, Japhanie.
All right, Alex, stay safe out there. Well, the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson continues near Olmos Park. Her husband was arrested yesterday on charges unrelated to her disappearance. And as time goes on, the Olmos police chief says that the more likely foul play may have been a factor. At last check, Suzanne's husband, Brad Simpson, is still in jail with bond set at $2 million. Olmos Park police say there was a fight between the Simpsons Sunday night after leaving the Argyle, which is a private club in the Alamo Heights. It's also the last time Suzanne was seen. Right now on your screen that you see there, there's this Brad Simpson's truck. It's a black 2019 GMC F4 pickup with a license plate number of MWD 7050. Police are asking for anyone to come forward if they saw it in an unusual location. If you have any information, you're urged to call 210-209-2701. This morning, San Antonio police say that a teen is in critical condition, RJ.
That's right, and this is breaking news or a developing story from overnight here. So police say that it happened around 10:30 on the city's west side at a home near Apache Creek Park. SAPD says that a fight started between two teens, ending with one of them being shot in the stomach. That teen was then later taken to the hospital, and we'll get more information on that incident throughout the rest of the day. All right, we are obviously off to a very busy start here at the KSAT 12 newsroom. So 6:08 right now, 65 degrees outside.
Still to come, Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul put on a show last night with their first lob dunk of the season. That's got social media buzzing. Who the Spurs are playing next this weekend.
All right, and after the break, you know what? Selena always has everyone buzzing, especially in these parts. A class at UTSA about Selena, the Queen of Tejano, and we're going to tell you why it's more than just about her music and legacy.
Taking a live look outside right now at San Antonio. You guys are starting your day on this Thursday with us. Of course, you're waking up to some cooler temperatures, but it's going to get a little toasty. Our very own Sarah Spivey is in for Justin Horn today.
And things quiet here, but obviously out there in Florida, that is not the situation. As we go to break, we're going to give you another live look out there as Milton continues its path across Florida this morning. Again, more than 3 million people waking up without power this morning. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is 6:12. We're coming back with a really cool story. So check this out. If you think a college course about Selena is just about her music, you need to think again.
That's right. As part of our Hispanic Heritage Month coverage, Ivan Herrera spoke with a professor at UTSA who is using Selena's legacy to tackle some tough conversations about identity, race, and gender.
Professor Sonia Aleman was a college student in San Antonio when Selena was taking the music scene by storm in the 90s. While teaching a Mexican-American studies course and discussing the Tejano icon in recent years, Aleman realized the need to better highlight the singer's cultural impact after her death.
And I realized there's an opportunity here for students to still engage what she means in a course dedicated to her. So in many ways, it informs what I do in the classroom and even the design of the course in the first place.
So was born the course Selena, a Mexican-American identity and experience at UTSA, which goes beyond the famous Bidi Bidi Bom Bom star's musical career. And this class isn't just about lectures. It's about creating a safe space to discuss sensitive topics like race, gender, and identity, using Selena's life as the lens.
Look at some of the experience that Selena herself went through as a young woman in the industry and look at those stories. And they usually allow students to talk about connection to their personal experience.
But the course isn't just limited to Selena's experience. Aleman has invited guest speakers like Tejano legend Shelly Lares and Selena's husband, Chris Perez.
I've been able to make room in the class for their stories, their perspective on who she was to them, and tie that into the course material.
The goal of this course is to help students see themselves as scholars who can contribute to Selena's story. It helps students understand how some of the challenges Selena faced are still relevant today.
To shift the class from, I'm going to tell you everything I know and you're going to absorb it, to you're going to help me generate what we need to know and what we should know by talking to this community about who Selena was.
And it's more than just a class about an iconic singer that we all know and love. It's a class about representation, history, and finding your voice through the stories that we all share. And if you want to learn more about Aleman's course, you can find my full interview with her on KSAT.com. Just look for this story on the homepage. And guys, what's one of your favorite Selena memories? Mine is the Houston rodeo where she's doing the Donna Summer. This is my washing machine. I've been practicing.
Okay.
Not the best, but.
Washing machine.
I will say, growing up in Arkansas, first time I was introduced to Selena was the movie, Jennifer Lopez, obviously. And I remember that, what do you call that, little purple glittery.
Oh, yeah, that's the Houston.
That's the Houston, Houston rodeo.
Tell you,
a most iconic one. Yeah,
that girl is off the chain. The guy here learned more history.
Yes,
she is
I love her so much.
Yeah, and I just think she just transcends everything. You mentioned there, obviously, I love to see the fact that 30 years after her unfortunate death, she's still having this impact for younger generations of people. But yeah, definitely the Houston concert, obviously the connections to San Antonio in the movie as well. So yeah, great story there.
And the music videos for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all so much.
Good stuff there, Ivan.
Thanks.
All right, let's take a look at our TransGuide traffic cameras and give you a quick check of our traffic authority right there. And again, we saw that incident earlier that was at I-10 at Culebra, so it looks like they adjusted the TransGuide camera out there, and we are seeing things kind of move along in that area. No other major incidents to talk about, and we are not going to have Alex here because he is headed out to that reported fire. So we'll continue to check in with him throughout the rest of our morning and see if he's got any updates out there.
And Sarah joining us right now. Again, I can't complain about the temperatures we're walking into this morning.
Especially because we know that we're enjoying quiet weather from the safety of our homes, while there are those in Florida that are dealing with the aftermath of Milton right now. And we're going to talk about Milton and current power outages in Florida. But I do want to walk us through our weather here in San Antonio because, again, it feels amazing outside right now. As you're waking up, stepping out the door this morning, 65 degrees in San Antonio. Good morning, Hondo. It's 61. Hey, in Kerrville, it's only 56 this morning. Higher elevations in the hill country feeling nice with the mornings in the 50s. 56 in Fredericksburg, 65 in Del Rio. It's 70 in Cotulla, 60 in Pleasanton, and 64 in Gonzales. We have the dry air to thank for the cool morning. You know, yesterday we were 93 for the high. So for us to cool down this much, this quickly is impressive. Dry air, dew points in the 50s and even in the 40s, and it's going to stay pleasantly dry all day long. What does that mean? It means we're also going to warm up quickly. As we take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, nothing but sunshine. I'm telling you. Right now, it's pretty easy to be a meteorologist because it's just going to get hotter with this sun. In the afternoon, it'll be 82 by the lunch hour. You should still feel good outside if you want to have your lunch outdoors. Just find some shade. But by the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when we're going to be dealing with our high temperature of 95 today. It is going to be a toasty afternoon, even if you find some shade. 93 in Bernie. Bulverde, you'll be at 93. 95 in Castroville. 94 in Seguin. 95 in New Braunfels, 96 in Floresville, 95 in Uvalde, and 94 in Lakey. All right, so what's the next big thing? What are we watching for? Well, I'm hoping that cooler weather could be moving into Texas by the middle of next week. There's still a lot of uncertainty there, but today it's going to be warm all the way up through the Dakotas in the 80s. for October. That's really warm for them. But by the weekend, some cold Canadian air is going to be moving into the United States. Now, the core of the cold air will stay east of Texas, but we may be grazed with a cool front, which would mean the potential is there for mornings next week in the upper 50s. Now, beyond Wednesday, so that there's some potential. It's not a probability at this point, it's just a possibility. But mornings will still be pleasantly cool over the weekend. Afternoon highs in the low 90s, so even our highs coming down a little bit. And again, no rain chances in our forecast. All right, let's talk about Milton. Where is it at right now? It's currently exiting Florida. You can see it's heading back out into the Atlantic. It's still a Category 1 hurricane, so it's moved through the whole state of Florida as a hurricane. And you can see that we're still dealing with wind gusts in the eastern part of Florida. Daytona Beach, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Palm Bay, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And earlier, we saw wind gusts from Milton of up to 100 miles per hour, Sarasota, Tampa area. And much of the state is without power. I'm showing you the percentage of a county without power here, close to 100% inland. And then in the Tampa area, that county 71% without power. Cape Coral area, that county 50% without power. But when you look at the whole state of Florida, 3.3 million people without power in the state of Florida this morning. And it's going to be warm in Florida today. This is going to be a major cleanup for those folks. So again, it makes you thankful that we're dealing with some quieter weather here in San Antonio. Of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to those in Florida. We'll continue to keep you posted about the story as it evolves. The sun is rising in Florida. The extent of the damage is becoming more clear. Again, as for our weather, cool in the mornings, warm in the afternoons, no rain over the next 7 to 10 days. And by the way, guys, today is an Ozone Action Day. I'll talk a little bit more about what that means coming up.
And that number went from 3.2 to 3.3 just within your last report.
Absolutely, because again, Milton is still starting in the state, so it's exiting right now, and we'll see the full extent of the damage in just a bit.
Yeah, definitely praying for those folks out there. All right, guys, 6:20 right now, 65 degrees outside.
Up next before 6:30, we're getting you ready for our big game coverage game of the week with both Alamo Heights and Victoria West. They're saying ahead of tomorrow night's showdown.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with inadequately controlled COPD with a specific marker of inflammation.
Welcome back, Spurs fans. Got a first look at last night at the Chris Paul Victor Wembanyama duo. And get this, you saw it right there. They did not disappoint. Whoop, there it is.
All right, are we ready to go honking down Commerce? Okay, let's not get carried away here. But final minute of the first quarter, CP3 lob alley-oop to Victor Wembanyama, and there's nothing that Mo Wagner, Orlando Magic forward could do about it. Just get out of the way, bro. Don't even step in Wemby's way. Here are just several angles of that monster dunk. So Wemby finishes with 11 points, 9 rebounds. CP3, a nice job coming in, kind of getting the guys settled. So Spurs win preseason game number 2, 107-97. Wemby again finishing with a near double-double. And rookie guard Stephon Castle, though, stealing the show. He had 17 points, made a couple of threes, a couple of nice plays. The Spurs are going to be finishing out the week against the Utah Jazz here at home at 7 o'clock at Frostbank Center.
Our Week 7 big game coverage game of the week is Alamo Heights versus Victoria West. That's going down on Friday night, which is tomorrow.
Here we go. Yes, high school football. These two schools will match up for the first time as district opponents. And get this, y'all, both programs right now are undefeated as they head into this big matchup. But again, one of these hot streaks will end in Alamo Heights. The Mules preparing as they are opening up the season a little banged up, but each week they've returned some key players, and that'll be the case again this week.
We've worked our whole season, off season, from January to now, just putting in the work in the weight room and on the field, just trying to get the best out of it.
All right, so there's mutual respect on both sides here going into this big-time district battle. Victoria West will make the trip to San Antonio fresh off of a big victory over Kerrville-Tivy.
Very excited. We know we get to display our talents against a great crowd and great team, and I just know we're ready for it, and it's very exciting to know you had that on Friday.
So looking ahead, the action unfolds at 7 o'clock Friday night at Orem Stadium in Alamo Heights. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction on the Night Beat.
All right, and here's a look at the BGC road trip this Friday. Nick Mantis, Eddie Latigo making the trip out here. We're going to start at Randolph at Marion, the Rohawks taking on the Bulldogs there before Piper visits Seguin, the Matadors, and then we'll wrap up with New Braunfels, the Unicorns hosting the Chargers out there at Bernie Champion.
All right, still got a lot more ahead on GMSA. 627 right now, 65 degrees outside.
All right, just ahead at 6:30, our coverage continues on the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson. Our Patty Santos joins us live in Olmos Park near the spot where she was last seen on Sunday night. Plus,
it just goes to show you the power of water, like what it can actually do, and just seeing everything around us, all the farmland turn into a lake that was raging rapids. There was no way you could swim against that.
A family in North Carolina is safely here in San Antonio after 13 days of chaos during Hurricane Helene. Their remarkable journey and how you can help with the recovery efforts.
Right now in GMSA, Hurricane Milton barrels into Florida and is now moving out to the Atlantic. We've got the latest from the hardest hit areas across Central Florida.
Good morning. It is now Thursday, October the 10th. We're getting right to our top story as the search continues this morning for clues on the whereabouts of a missing mother and that are well-known realtor.
As daylight comes up, the physical search around the Olmos Basin Park will get underway later on this morning.
So we know the friends and families are also stepping up to conduct their own search, and they do what they can to find Suzanne Clark Simpson.
And here we have a picture of Suzanne Simpson here. Her husband is in the Kendall County Jail facing a family violence charge in connection to a fight that the couple had just hours before her disappearance. Our Patty Santos is live with a breakdown of what we know. Good morning, Patty.
Hey there, good morning. The more time that passes, the more inclined investigators are to believe that there is foul play involved in her disappearance. Now, for 3 days now, police have been camped out outside her home here, searching the woods nearby and also searching inside her home. The arrest affidavit filed against her husband, Brad Simpson, gives us a glimpse into the hours before Suzanne disappeared. Neighbors reported hearing a fight between the couple, followed by Suzanne screaming. It reports that Monday, after she was last seen, her daughter told a teacher that her parents were fighting and that her dad hit her mom in the face and pushed her into the wall. Brad Simpson was then booked into the Kendall County Jail for assault in relation to this alleged attack. But police say he has not been cooperating with investigators. Meanwhile, support is pouring in for Suzanne Simpson. There's an official search by investigators around the southern part of the Olmos Basin Park and inside her home. This morning, police need the community's help with any witnesses who may have seen this 2019 black GMC pickup truck driving around late Sunday night or early Monday morning. The truck is accounted for, but police hope that anyone who may have seen it driving around could help them find the 51-year-old missing mother. And this morning, anyone who has any information about her whereabouts is urged to call police. That number, 210-822-2000. We're live. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you so much, Patty. And a reminder, if you know anyone who needs help getting in touch with domestic violence resources, you can go to our website at ksat.com/domestic violence.
There you'll find a list of helpful organizations, how to recognize the signs of domestic violence, and places that you can also ask where your own questions about getting help and much more.
All right, let's head out to the roadways really quick.
That's right. Yes. So it's been a little bit quiet. We have cleared out that incident there in the lower levels of I-10 at Culebra Road. So that's the shot that you see right there. Right now, TxDOT not reporting any major accidents across the city of San Antonio. Alex Gomez, at last check, he was headed out, Jaffney, to incident.
Yeah, no, he's at that incident right now trying to collect information, but this is what the scene is looking like. It seems like it's at some type of apartment complex of some sort. Again, we have Alex on the ground zooming in and giving us what exactly we're looking at. So hopefully we'll check in with him later on to get exactly what is going on here in the later news.
That's right. It looks like it may have affected a couple of units right there at that apartment complex, and Alex is out there gathering some details from us. Still seems like a pretty active scene out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I believe we're going to go to Sarah Spivey next. Coming up, of course, Sarah, things are quiet here, but obviously a lot of activity out in the tropics there with Hurricane Milton.
Yeah, Hurricane Milton is actually headed offshore now out of Florida, so that's good news for Florida, but there's a big cleanup ahead for the state. At last check, 3.3 million people without power across the state of Florida. Today, the biggest thing to impact our weather might be the Ozone Action Day. That's in effect. And Ozone Action Day just means that for a few hours in the afternoon, ozone levels could be elevated, which for those who are sensitive to ozone levels, if you have respiratory issues, if you know that you're sensitive to more levels of ozone in the atmosphere, today that air could become unhealthy for just a couple of hours. However, we're not expecting any issues on Friday or Saturday. So Ozone Action Day today. Other than that, we're waking up and it feels amazing outside. 65 degrees in San Antonio, 62 in Bulverde. Good morning, Castroville. It's 60 degrees, only 55 in Bernie and 51 in Bandera. Feels amazing in the hill country this morning. Cool, crisp, have that cup of coffee outside. And in Uvalde, it's 61. But we are quickly going to warm today. Take a look at that. Nearly a 30-degree jump to the afternoon. 95 for the forecast high, and we'll cool down quickly tonight, too. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about the latest with Milton. I'll show you the rainfall totals, the power outages. Mornings could potentially here in San Antonio be even cooler in the long range. I've got the latest details on that. And then something that we don't talk about that often, space weather. Yeah, there could be weather in space. Geomagnetic storm watch in effect today and tomorrow. What does that even mean? I know it sounds pretty intense. Details coming up.
Thank you, Sarah. Right now, you're taking a live look right here as the sun is coming up. This is at Tampa International Airport after Hurricane Milton tore through the area overnight. Again, you can see the beautiful sky right there. But again, this is in a very much area where people are going to get ready for the cleanup and recovery efforts.
Absolutely. And we're looking at about 3.3 million people out there without power waking up this morning. Milton made landfall in Florida as a dangerous Category 3 storm before weakening to a Category 1 as it moved across the state of Florida.
So wind gusts of 100 miles per hour were recorded near Tampa, where a flash flood emergency was issued. Officials reported the most tornado warnings in a day on record. In Fort Myers, one family was inside their house when a tornado ripped through their neighborhood.
We all started going for the hallway, didn't even make it there in time. Started doop doop, and I heard a piece of glass crack and it sucked the whole roof off, and I felt the thing suck me up, and I grabbed my kid and my wife and hunkered down.
Terrifying right there. Flooding is another major concern, though. Milton dropped over 9 inches of rain in a 3-hour span over the Tampa Bay area. That represents a more than a 1 in 1,000 year rainfall for St. Petersburg.
New this morning, we have learned the name of a woman killed in an 18-wheeler crash on the northeast side of town. You remember that video right there. This is a story that we first told you about Tuesday morning on Good Morning San Antonio. The Bexar County Medical Examiner says that 66-year-old Seyong Pluguez died of blunt force injuries. That crash happening on I-35 near O'Connor Road. Police say that the driver in an 18-wheeler was stopped in the roadway because of lane closures along I-35 on the northeast side.
Also new this morning, a man is in the hospital after being slashed on the face overnight close to downtown. Happened on San Pedro Avenue in front of a bus stop bench. The man was seriously injured and is currently in the hospital. No word yet on any suspects and no arrests have been made. New cell phone video shows the moments a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy was shot and killed a man. You can see right here a vehicle driving away from law enforcement vehicles, making an illegal U-turn and then getting blocked by law enforcement. The man's family identifies him as 43-year-old Roman Urbano Jr. As the driver attempts to flee again, you can hear a deputy fire several shots, ultimately killing him.
We're in pursuit of a fleeing felon, a known wanted fugitive, documented gang member who had several outstanding warrants for evading arrest with a vehicle, as well as some weapons-related charges.
Horrible. I don't want to see my dad get shot 5 times or 6 times.
Urbano Jr.'s daughter says that she did watch the social media video of the incident and plans to get an attorney moving forward. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar initially identified the man as a suspect with warrants for his arrest. We have reached out to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office for additional information. Right now that the video is public, as we learn more, we'll update you on KSAT.com.
Taking you inside the courtroom, not guilty of murder. That's the decision handed down by a jury to a former John Jay High School student who is standing trial. So now the punishment phase of that trial begins later today. That jury deliberated for more than 4 hours to decide the fate of 19-year-old Jesus San Miguel. They found him guilty of criminally negligent homicide, though, which is a lesser charge. San Miguel was on trial for the deadly stabbing of a classmate, Joshua Kinnaman, last year. The defense argued that San Miguel only acted in self-defense. San Miguel now faces up to probation or up to 2 years in jail. All right, time now is 6:40, 65 degrees outside.
Here's a look at what's next on GMSA.
My girls are playing, they can laugh, they're safe, you know, they're in dry clothes, they have the basic necessities like power and water. And to hear that just warms my heart.
Just ahead, we got a family in North Carolina safely here in San Antonio after 13 days of chaos during Hurricane Helene, their remarkable journey and how you can help recovery efforts. Welcome back. It is 6:43. Okay, so we've been talking about the hurricanes from Milton that everybody's anticipating that's happening with the devastation now, and then Hurricane Helene, which was very deadly, very catastrophic. Yes, it didn't impact us here home, but we're going to bring it back home for you just so you can be in the footsteps of those people who are walking this walk. Imagine this right here being the sight that you see when you open your door. Looks like parking lots turned into lakes. What about this right here? Your living room just damaged after 8 feet of water rushed inside your house. And then this right here, the aftermath of your kitchen being just destroyed after you're staring down one of the most dangerous hurricanes on record. And we're talking about Hurricane Helene. This all was the reality of one family in Asheville, North Carolina, who is now safely here in San Antonio after 13 days of chaos.
Oh, there we go.
This stay at Grandma and Grandpa's house in San Antonio will last longer than normal for Ciara Garcia and her 2 young daughters. The San Antonio native is coming from Asheville, North Carolina, where they've been living for almost 3 years.
You live in the mountains and you think, oh, this is never going to happen to us, you know.
Among many areas, their neighborhood was hit hard by the deadly Hurricane Helene that made landfall as a Category 4 storm 2 weeks ago, changing their lives forever.
That water at 7:50 in the morning went from maybe 5 inches up to 8 feet in a matter of 2 hours.
She said panic began to set in.
You're trying to remain calm as a parent for your kids. We put them on the counter. Water started rushing in from the vents. And before you knew it, water was up at my waist while my husband was outside trying to flag down neighbors to come help us.
As water poured into the house, Garcia and her family poured their hearts out to God.
She was like, Mom, am I going to die? And that is something as a parent you never want to hear your kid say. And I just told her, babe, just start talking to God. Just start praying. Let's start praying. And thank God, like, the water started to recede.
Survival mode immediately kicked in as their family remained trapped with downed trees and power lines blocking the main roads out of their neighborhood. The floods destroyed their home and their vehicles.
We had no idea what was going on in the outside world except for listening to the radio. So shout out to 99.9 Kiss Country in Asheville.
Garcia says finally her friend found them and was able to get them to a hotel. And after moving from hotel to hotel and with one bar of cell service, she miraculously made contact with her San Antonio family, who then found a flight out of Charlotte to get them back to the place she was born and raised.
Finally, when they landed, it was just like a weight that just comes off, you know.
Getting here was finally some normalcy, and once I saw my dad, I just finally broke down.
She now has these encouraging words for those in the path of Hurricane Milton.
Be strong, be courageous, turn towards your faith, and to listen to your gut because it just might save your life. I'm glad my girls are safe. Right? Yeah. Yes.
Beautiful family right there. So Ciara's husband is actually still in North Carolina right now, working at his job, but also trying to find that next step for the family as they begin this rebuilding process. But something that was encouraging about her, she continuously was just like, we're all about community. WNC Strong, she said, Western North Carolina Strong, which is basically the community coming together and helping rebuild together. So her encouraging words to people who are out there still trying to figure out what the next day is going to entail. She says we all have each other's back. And she's also trying to inspire other people to just donate in general to any kind of hurricane relief, especially with Milton wrapping up right now.
Yeah, a lot of those families in that area in fight or flight mode. So good to see that they're back home, and of course praying for her husband to also be safe out there in that part of the country.
Of course, you'll see this full story online at KSAT.com.
All right, want to give you a quick look at our TransGuide traffic cameras right now because things are pretty quiet on the roads to let you know about. As we take a look there, 281 Hildebrand, this just popped up. We're going to try and get a little bit more information on that before we wrap up our 6 o'clock hour. But everything else looking okay. So Alex Gomez, he was in drive cam with us throughout most of the morning, but he actually has responded to the scene of a fire, and it looks like he's in the midst of an interview at the moment right now. So again, we know that this fire is going to be out there, Silver Sands at West Avenue on the north side of town. Okay,
yeah,
so
it'll be
again,
interesting to know exactly what's going on with that fire there. It had me glued to my screen.
Right, it looks like it was at an apartment complex, and Alex is obviously interviewing one of the fire officials out there. It looked like it may have affected several units.
Yeah.
Again, West Avenue, Silver Sands apartment complex out there.
Obviously, we'll have more information about that soon here. But here's the thing. The weather in San Antonio is going to be pretty quiet, but I want to talk about something that you may have seen online that I'm currently working on writing up for KSAT.com. A geomagnetic storm watch is in effect today and tomorrow. What the heck? Space weather.
Space weather, that's right.
Now, I know that sounds pretty intense, okay, but we've actually already gone through one of these this year, and we'll talk about that a bit in just a bit. But today and tomorrow, there is a geomagnetic storm watch in effect. So basically what happened is on Tuesday, a coronal mass ejection was observed on the sun. It happened on Tuesday. Now, the sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth, and a coronal mass ejection happens often on the sun. It's basically a release of gas and plasma and magnetic particles from the sun. But this particular coronal mass ejection, which happened on Tuesday, was pointed toward the Earth and heading toward the Earth. Now, the sun, as I mentioned, 93 million miles away, and our instruments to measure are only a million miles away from us. So the coronal mass ejection will reach the measurable instruments today, and we'll have a good understanding of how intense this coronal mass ejection is. Now, we had some strong waves of coronal mass ejections in May and earlier this year. And you might remember the aurora was actually visible from San Antonio, Texas. But it's not likely to be visible this time, mainly because the event in May was multiple waves and clusters of CMEs, and this is just one. But we'll have better understanding once we get that measurement today. And as far as tech impacts go, there is a slight potential for an impact to advanced GPS and satellite interruptions, but these utilities have already been made aware and have been able to make adjustments. So last May we didn't have any issues, and we're probably not going to have any issues today. But it is something we'll keep you posted on, just like we've been keeping you posted on Hurricane Milton, a Category 1 hurricane, which is headed back out into the Atlantic, but it has been a devastating storm. In addition to the wind gusts of 100+ miles per hour, they've seen almost a foot of rain in Tampa area and inland even more. Near Orlando, 10 inches of rainfall, and this morning 3.2 million people are without power in the state of Florida. So it makes you grateful for our cool morning here in San Antonio. It's 65 in the 50s in the hill country. And by this time next week, we could potentially have morning lows in the upper 50s. We're watching for the potential for a cool front, but today it's not going to be cool. It's in fact going to get pretty toasty because of the dry air. 82 around noon, 95 for the high in San Antonio, and absolutely no chance for rain in the Alamo City over the next several days.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. Time now 6:52. We're looking at 65 degrees outside.
All right, want to remind you, happening Saturday right here on KSAT 12, we've got the Red River rivalry, y'all. UT taking on their bitter rivals, Oklahoma. This is going to be a good one. Quinn Ewers is back for the Horns. Kickoff set for 2:30 p.m. Again, you can only see this on KSAT 12 this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. kickoff. Make sure to tune in.
I'm taking a live look at. Welcome back. It is 6:55. Let's get out to our roadways real quick.
That's right, yeah. So no major incidents to speak of right now, but we do have Alex Gomez out at a fire on the north side of town. So let's go ahead and check in with Alex. What's the latest out there? Okay, so we're just going to come back here. West Avenue, Blanco Road. We do still see some emergency officials, fire crews out there as they continue to work on this. We'll give you more information as we continue throughout the day. Sarah?
It is cool out there this morning, but we're quickly going to warm under totally sunny skies. 87 around 1 p.m., 95 for the high temperature. Not a record, but it's going to feel hot. And take a look at the forecast. I mean, we're not expecting any rain over the next 7 days. Cool mornings, warm afternoons.
All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you back here again at GMSA at 9.
Have a good one, y'all.